Well, through the COVID pandemic, many of us have faced our own personal challenges. Overcoming them can be challenging, and it really requires resiliency.
And Brian, someone well qualified to talk about resiliency is Jim Davidson. The mountain climber summited Mount Everest in 2017, 2 years after he was nearly killed in an earthquake on the mountain. Well, his story is one of survival, followed by success in some pretty tough circumstances. Here's his first-hand account from that 2015 earthquake.
All of a sudden, the glacier jerked into the air and lifted the tent up. And then we dropped back down. And then we went back up again as the waves rippled through the glacier. And being in the tent was like being in a life raft out on the ocean. And that's when I knew it was an earthquake. And when that happened, we could hear the roar of avalanches. We're having an earthquake all at once. It was pure survival mode for a good couple of minutes.
After surviving that earthquake, Jim and his team were rescued from Mount Everest. They then spent the remainder of their adventure helping those in Nepal who'd lost everything clean up and begin the rebuilding process. But 2 years later, Jim returned to Mount Everest to try again. This time, he made it. Jim says while you may not be a mountain climber, we all have our own personal Everest, and many of the tools he used to overcome his challenges can be used by all of us to help overcome ours.
Whether it's an earthquake recovery or a pandemic or an economic crisis, you help them, they help you, somebody else helps, and we're all slowly lifting each other up. And we'll have bad days when someone stumbles, and that's when someone needs to lift them up again. As you move forward through life, you might have a big aspiration, but things are going to go sideways. There's going to be earthquakes, there's going to be pandemics. So how can you be resilient enough to endure the bad things when they're happening, try and grow from it, and re-engage with the next set of challenges, the next opportunity, the next Everest?
So Jim has recounted both of his Everest experiences and detailed how we can all use resiliency to survive challenges. He's got a new book. It is titled, there it is, The Next Everest. You can read it now and watch an extended interview with Jim. Just head to our website at 8newsnow.com and click on the Everest story for all of those inspiring details, guys.